Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be the versions of yourself that have what you want. I hope that's what you're doing. I do. Making a simple choice. This is who I am now. This is my experiences, and allowing the unfolding of them. I hope that's what you're doing. If not, let me know in the comments below why or not, because I'm sure it's going to be a dumb reason. Just saying. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. They're in the screens that just went by. I have 3 channel memberships where I go live with my channel members every single week. Yes, I go live with them in a Zoom call 3 times a week. I've got a zhuzh group called the Exclusive Lives. I got a hot seat group where you can ask me anything about your sitch on on Fridays. I have one of them that's called the hot seat / group coaching. And I have the VIP group called Advanced Manifestors. That's a group. If you join them, you get access to absolutely everything in the channel memberships. That means access to the actual other channel memberships, as well as the recordings of those memberships sessions. Also, that's the group where we're going to go deep dive. That's the one I talk most about because I think that is the one that's going to benefit people the most. Just saying. Also, all paid channel members get 20% off regular coaching only. Just saying. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Clapper. If you're new here, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and I'm obsessed with getting what I want and mastering manifestation. Yes, I'm obsessed. And if you are too, I would love for you to subscribe and come back and see me. Please let me know in the comments below that you subscribe, because YouTube doesn't always tell me. If you just want to hang out with this sparkling personality outside of conscious manifestation talk, join me on my other channel, Kimberly's Other Life. All the information to connect with me is in the Dropbox below. If you are enjoying the content, if you're getting something out of it, if you just love my personality, I would appreciate you giving the video a like so it can get out to other people who need some help. Maybe they're not awake yet. Maybe that's the purpose of watching one of my videos, is to get them to wake up and realize they're manifesting their realities. Just saying. Just saying. I would appreciate it. Today, I want to quickly talk about something that probably everybody in the community talks about, and it is circumstances don't matter. I think we can hear that phrase a million times and become numb to it. And I know if you're anything like me, you really think your circumstances matter. I know I did too. It feels like our individual circumstances are worse than others, more difficult. And I know me, I used to really worry about that. I also worried that I wasn't, doing everything perfectly, so that I was never going to get what I want. I came from the law of attraction community first, and the whole positive thinking, 24/7, positive vibes, all that. I'm like, yeah, check me out of that one, because I don't have positive thoughts 24/7. No, I don't. So that's the beauty of understanding consciousness, is that thoughts in of themselves really don't matter. What matters is what we're doing with them. Meaning thoughts are thoughts. Thoughts can be there. We might get shit thoughts. That's okay. We're human. But if we're consistently getting shitty thoughts and we're listening and believing them and allowing them to affect ourselves, we want to take a look at that. We want to stop swimming in what I would call shitfucker land. We don't want to be swimming around in shitfucker land all the damn time. No, we don't. We want to begin what? Getting the hell on out of shitfucker land. If you don't know what I'm referring to, there's an old video where that would make sense to you. So I want you to think of reality around you as your reflection. It's a mirror. It might not be a mirror to each one of your individual thoughts, but it's the mirror, the reflection of your beliefs. Another way of saying that is your state of consciousness. When you look in an actual mirror, and let's say you smudged your mascara like I often do, and you want to get that mascara off of your damn face, where do you go to clean it up? Do you reach into the mirror and start cleaning it off there? Or do you turn inward here and wipe it up on your actual face? I'm assuming you're not going to be a smartass and you're going to say, wipe it off of your actual face. That's conscious manifestation. Most of us get into that trap of trying to clean the mascara off of the damn mirror. We don't want to do that anymore. So when we have circumstances that we're facing, or maybe conditions in reality, maybe they're things we're just fearing happening, we try to do physical things in reality to either prevent them or change them. Yeah? So for example, your specific person is not contacting you as much as you would like them to. So you reach out to them to get them to talk to you, to keep the lines of communication going. Now, don't get me wrong. You contacting your specific person really isn't an issue. But when you know that you're doing it because you're afraid communication will stop, time to look into that, thinking that is you trying to clean the damn mirror. We don't need to do things out here to get the reflection to change. We need to bring that focus back here, right? We get the mascara off our face here by going inward. What do I mean by going inward? I mean, first of all, what I think should be the number one most important thing for everyone, but it's your reality, you do what you want, but it's the understanding of who you truly are. And I don't mean from the place of, yeah, I understand. I'm consciousness. I get it. But I want to manifest my specific person. I get that. That's who I used to be. Don't blow this part off. Understanding who you really are is going to help you change this inner version of ourselves. It's going to help. Because when you realize who you really are, when you close your eyes and you see the darkness, it's the who is seeing the darkness. You want to start getting to know that inner self and realizing that you are more than just this person you think you are. So, back up, Kim. So, in other words, I know I'm Kimberly. I'm Kimberly. But I'm more than just Kimberly. I'm consciousness experiencing 3D reality through this physical form named Kimberly. It's a manifestation of self, of consciousness. It's a choice. Each and every one of you watching the video is consciousness having the experience of being this, whatever your name is. And from there, choosing the version of Kimberly, or where consciousness is placing awareness on what we're choosing to look at. I call it your awareness eyeballs or your awareness flashlight. And what you're consistently highlighting with that flashlight is why you're experiencing what you're experiencing in the reflection. You can't fix your circumstance by fucking around with things out here in reality. You ask yourself first, why are you experiencing what you're experiencing? Why are you perceiving reality as experiencing this? So for example, if you're manifesting a specific person, and specific person is not necessarily showing up and choosing you. In fact, they've chosen someone else. Why is that happening? What do you really believe about yourself? Do you really believe you're worthy and deserving of a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with that specific person? Do you? Do you believe you can be loved? Do you believe that you can be chosen simply because it's you? Or do you feel you need to fix things about yourself in order to get love? You want to take a look at what you're really believing about what you're experiencing. What I can tell you is 3D reality and the circumstances you're having is simply because of who you've been identifying as. We get stuck in a trap of continuously identifying with previous experiences. So let's say you're thinking of a specific person, and maybe you're remembering the moment they chose the third party over you. And you replay it, and you replay it, and you replay it. Outside of the fact that I know that must hurt, that would hurt my feelings too. So outside of the physical, I get it. I know circumstances aren't fun. I know they're not. I've had my own, and I wanted them to immediately go away. I get it. But in my early days, I tried to fix everything out here. Reaching out to SP, begging for SP to come back, all the things. Or when we were together, begging him to talk to me throughout his day so I would blow up his phone like an idiot and then get mad because I wasn't getting what I wanted back. I was trying to force things out here instead of looking here. Most of us manifesting a specific person are putting most of our focus, attention, awareness on just them. And therefore, why they're not showing up the way we want. It's because you're not handling what's in the reflection, meaning you're not handling you. You're not making a new decision about yourself. Remember, how you perceive circumstances is telling you who you really think you are. You are pure, unadulterated consciousness, having the experience of being yourself, whatever your name is. You have to start identifying as who you want to be. That's how we change circumstances. That's how we get rid of third parties. We don't keep putting our focus on third party. See, I look at that as you're allowing reality to control you. You're allowing reality to tell you who you are. You're probably waiting on reality to change before you believe you are your new self. I call it new self. New self is just the you that has what you want. Because you're thinking, this is my real reality right now. I don't have what I want. That's my actual reality. Where you're placing your awareness is your actual reality. So if your constant focus and attention is on the circumstance, it's not a shocker that it's still there. Do you see what I mean? Who do you want to be? What do you want your life to look like? Start giving that attention and focus. This is why I say knowing who you really are, it's pure and adulterated consciousness, should be your number one item checklist of things to do to get your reality to change. Because some of us really believe we are all the things we've experienced through life. And they're not. Those were just one option of a lifeline, your lifeline. There are infinite options. You don't have to stay married to previous life experiences, meaning like if you're used to being cheated on, if all your past love relationships had a third party pop up in it, okay, there's definitely a part of you that does not feel good enough or more than enough to be in a loving, fulfilling, faithful, committed relationship. You got to start identifying with that if that's what you want to experience. So if we don't like how reality looks right now, then we most definitely need to turn in and get into our imagination, either through affirmations, visuals, scripting, inner conversations, and imagine your life the way you want it to be. And reality will change. Remember, reality is always reflecting back who you dominantly believe you are. Don't let reality control you. These circumstances, they don't matter. They're just a reflection of a version of yourself. They're not cemented here. They're not planted here. And you can stop that cycle of being cheated on if that's one of your circumstances in reality. That doesn't have to be a rest of your life thing. You can even detach from the previous experiences by deciding that you've always been lucky in love. All you've ever experienced is, fulfilling love relationships. We have to stop identifying with things that don't make us feel good. The more focus and awareness we give them, the better chance of us experiencing them again. And you have so much more control than that. So much more. Your conscious awareness is everything. What you are aware of being is everything. And you can make big changes in your life if you'd like to. But if the desired reality you want to step into feels a million miles away, ask yourself why. Is it probably because you're thinking logically and maybe you can't logically figure out how this circumstance is going to change? Maybe you don't see a straight line path of how things can unfold and change for you? Well, good, because it's not your job to figure those things out. Your only job is to focus on who you want to be. Become aware of it. Ask yourself the what if questions. What if I did have everything I wanted right now in this moment? What if you want to be a millionaire? What if I was a millionaire right now? How would that feel? Safe, secure, set for life, nothing to worry about, total freedom. What would that feel like? What would a day in your life look like? Ask yourself those questions to get the juices of your imagination flowing and keep bringing your attention back to that. You are just consciousness. It is your belief that you are this one singular being, that you keep experiencing what you believe is the lifeline of that singular being. You're multidimensional. What do you want to be? What do you want your life to look like? And start asking yourself, what would it feel like if you had it right now? And let your imagination get carried away, just like you would as a child playing with games. Just like a child playing with her strawberry shortcake dolls, doing all the voices. Freedom. All up in here. Total freedom. Get carried away. Because the circumstances you're experiencing, they ain't shit. They're really not. It's a reflection of versions of you from the past. If the past existed. Everything exists right now. That's why your past doesn't matter. What matters is your present moment. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.